Ever catch yourself daydreaming about ditching city life?
Trading those honking horns for bird song, yeah, I get it.
Exactly. And it seems like a lot of people are feeling that pull towards greener pastures these days.
Definitely, that desire for a calmer, maybe even a little slower pace of life is something we're seeing more and more.
Which brings us to today's deep dive, right?
Absolutely.
We're taking a closer look at some marketing materials that landed on our digital doorstep. Privado Homes in Binan, Laguna, ringing any bells?
Vaguely familiar.
Mm.
They're promising that idyllic blend of modern living and suburban calm, right?
Two things that don't always go hand in hand. So let's unpack this a bit. Their brochure paints a very pretty picture, but is it the whole story?
Exactly. That's our job today, looking beyond those glossy brochures and getting to the heart of what Binan and this Privado Homes development are really all about.
Music to my ears. Now, right out the gate, they're really playing up Binan as the place to be for families. Great schools, a booming economy. Are they exaggerating?
Well, they're not entirely off base. Binan and Laguna in general are seeing a surge in popularity, especially with young families. It's that classic tale of being priced out of Metro Manila and looking for a better quality of life.
More space for your buck, that sort of thing.
More space, slower pace, and maybe even a yard for the kids to run around in. But, and this is key, Binan's proximity to the South Luzon Expressway means residents aren't completely cut off from the city.
Right, you're not completely out in the middle of nowhere. You've still got that access to the capital for work or a night out.
Precisely. It's about finding that sweet spot, the balance between suburban tranquility and urban convenience.
Makes sense. So families are flocking to Binan. But what about this Privado Homes development itself? The brochure, I have to say, is pretty convincing. Private gardens, pools, a clubhouse. They ticked all the boxes. I almost don't trust it.
It does sound a little like paradise, doesn't it? But you're right to be cautious. Developers often use those resort-style amenities to attract buyers. And while they can be fantastic, it's crucial to dig a little deeper.
Exactly. Like, how much are those HOA fees? Are there any restrictions on using the amenities?
Those are great questions. And don't forget about the community itself. Do the residents make up a vibrant and welcoming community? Or is it more of a transient, hands-off kind of place that can really make or break the whole living the dream experience?
Huge point. I mean, waking up to birdsong instead of car horns sounds amazing and all, but you don't want to end up feeling isolated or like you're living in a ghost town.
Exactly. And that circles back to what we were talking about earlier, finding that right balance. Privado Homes seems to be aiming for that blend of peaceful retreat and vibrant community. But ultimately, it's about what matters most to you.
So true. They also seem to be really leaning into that smart investment angle. Property values are on the rise in Binan, but is that just clever marketing or is there truth to it?
Well, it's always smart to be investment-minded, and Binan certainly does show strong growth potential. But as with any investment, you've got to look at the bigger picture. What are the long-term economic projections for the area?
Right. Are there any major infrastructure projects in the works that could affect property values down the line?
Exactly. Is there potential for sustainable growth, or is this just a temporary blip driven by factors that might not last?
So, like always, doing your research is key. It's easy to get swept away by the dream they're selling. Those brochures are designed to tug at your heartstrings.
Oh, absolutely. They're painting a picture of a haven of tranquility, a place where you can finally live the life you deserve. And for some people, Privado Homes in Benin might just be that dream come true. But for others, it might not live up to the hype.
And that's okay too. The important thing is that you go in with your eyes wide open, armed with the right information to make an informed decision.
Couldn't have said it better myself. This deep dive was really just the first step, getting those wheels turning and helping you understand the key factors at play. But ultimately, the decision of whether or not Privado Homes and Binan itself aligns with your vision is up to you.
So true. Don't just take our word for it. Dive deeper, ask the right questions, and find out if this is your version of the good life.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, the best investment you can make is in a future that truly resonates with you.
Couldn't agree more.